Okay, so on to the very last track of Vicky's Inner Soul Wordscape 535 miniseries. The series has been beautiful, man. Really, really beautiful. It's been special. Every single one of these tracks I've never heard. I think even the artists are completely new to this channel. And if you're only joining us now, I'd suggest you go back to the beginning of the series and just listen to this music. It's so, so good. It's a great selection. And specifically for today, beautiful Sunday, beautiful music, absolutely loving it. This over here is Bear's Den, yet again, another one I've never heard, Loneliness, right? The song is called Loneliness. Before we even get going, I'd like to say thank you to Vicky, thank you very much for supporting the channel. I say this at the end of every single series because I really am very, very grateful for all of your support of the channel. I'm so glad that you guys love this product. The response to this 535 mini series was absolutely insane. So many people just wanted to have one. Even when I closed the form, there were still people asking me if they can open the form for just one more. And I did. And I bit off more than I could chew, but we'll get it done. But yeah, man, so I appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody who supports the channel in any which way that you support the channel. If you're just watching our videos, that's perfect. If you're ordering a 535, I really appreciate it. If you're ordering series, you're ordering Skip the Lines, I appreciate it. And it's all there to build something. It's not there to literally just make money for the sake of making money. It's literally to build the sphere and to build the people in the sphere specifically for next year. We've got so much coming next year. Got a lot planned for next year with myself, with Wolf, with Alex, and with others as well. But that's a story for a new year. Let's rock and roll, man. Let's wrap up this series. Bear's Den, Loneliness, man. Let's see what we got over here. Let's go.
It won't let you down easy. It'll let you down with lead weights pulling either side.
Ooh.
As you fall under, you'll be fighting for breath with all you've got. As you fall and you flounder, calling for help won't help you none. You sink into the song like a fire drowning in a setting sun. You wanna know what it is? Love taught me what.
Such a beautiful song. You can literally see he's speaking to loneliness. He's almost like giving loneliness like it's like a human characteristic, right? But it's like you won't know what it is. It won't let you down easy. It will let you down with weights pulling on either side to the point that you can't breathe, right? Wow. No, it is. And you know, the crazy thing, specifically today, how many people are actually struggling and suffering with loneliness where they don't have people? And specifically because of a society that's consistently just dividing people, where we could literally look at each other for the traits for who we are as people and not for the things that we either believe in, or our political views, our political leanings, our mores, whatever it is. We can just look for each other's character, right? But no, people are so divided and so toxic today that they just look at everybody as just like it's just terrible. And what's happening is that it's just pulling people apart. Like men don't want to date women, women don't want to date men, right? And because of this culture, right, it's creating a culture of loneliness, a culture that's trying to find some sort of meaning, some sort of purpose, right? And then they take to the worst things. They take to the cheap decadences. They take to cheap happinesses. They put themselves out there on social media. They just want to be seen, but they want to be seen by the wrong people instead of actually having something meaningful and to be seen by one person, right? Or to be seen by the people closest to you, right? We alienate the people closest to us, and then we put ourselves into the metasphere to try and get adulation and some sort of validation from people who don't give a fuck about us, people we don't fucking know, people who, if in a snap of a finger, one bad post would literally tear your entire character to pieces, right? And we just literally sinking in this world of people who are just lonely and don't know why they're lonely, right? We've Netflixed the fucking dating scene, right? It's become a fucking catalog, right? We've literally completely perversified the idea of what it means to be an empowered woman, right? An empowered woman now is a woman who takes charge of her life by going on OnlyFans and shilling men for money, and then still saying that men objectify them, right? And that's loneliness. That's lonely. It's a lonely existence. It's an existence with no meaning. It's shallow. And men likewise are listening to people that are fighting the other side of the feminist argument, like Andrew Tate, which aren't helping men either, right? Through his rhetoric, right? In terms of telling men that, yes, you should succeed. A lot of the stuff that he says is fine, but men should succeed and you should strive to be successful, but in a monetary sense, in the sense that, right, don't get married because married is a trick. That's wrong. It's like, don't find companionship, right? Find meaning in cars and money and shit like that. And it gets to a point where it's like all these men they're going to be successful, they're going to have cars, they're going to have money, they're going to be hard workers and things like that, but have nothing meaningful. They're not going to have, you'll hear people that'll be like, it's too risky to get married today. I'd say it's too risky to not get married today. Look at the culture. Do you know what I mean? How is it not risky to not be married today? Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, so you're going to work and you're going to be successful and you're going to go out to show somebody your Bentley, people who don't give a fuck about it, people who don't care about you, people you don't like and the people who don't like you, right? You're trying to show them off. It's shallow. What are you living for? What is your existence for? This is the whole point. Our whole point is to connect with someone, to build a life with someone, to have kids with someone, right? And then to try and build a family from there. That's the deeper, the most meaningful side of life, is that part of life. No one is on their deathbed saying, I wish I had done another spreadsheet. No one is on their deathbed saying, I wish I bought another Bentley. No one is on their deathbed saying, I wish I had gotten that promotion before I died. They don't give a fuck. When they're at their deathbed, they want the people that mean the most to them to be there. And if they don't have any, right, it's a very sad, lonely death. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I think this speaks to a very, very important issue in our age at the moment, where a lot of people feel this way and don't know why they feel this way, right? But it's right in front of them. This makes you feel this way, right? This culture of just social media, all of the superficial garbage that means nothing to nobody, right, is making you feel that way. Put that shit down and go and connect with another human being on a deeper fucking level, without looking for what that human being earns, without looking for what status that person going to bring into your life. Maybe look deeper into somebody's soul and find that maybe they have a kindness to them. Maybe they have, and everyone does, right? Until we do that as a society, we are going to get lonelier and lonelier and lonelier people. And what you're going to do is you're just going to skyrocket that suicide rate. You're just going to skyrocket it. It's amazing how the more compassionate we're getting, the more that suicide rate is skyrocketing. It's amazing. It's amazing how it's completely counterintuitive. Do you know what I mean? We're getting more compassionate, more tolerant, and more people are killing themselves. Why? They always play it down. They always play it down to the, oh no, we need to be more, no, it's not working. It's not working because you are telling people to not have any sort of structure to their life. You're telling people that they don't need other people. You're telling women that they don't need men, and you're telling men that they don't need women. All right? You're telling people that they don't need children, they don't need marriage, they don't need religion, they don't need anything of substance. All they need is to be a bag of flesh, blood, and bones that just chases their decadences and their licentiousness, right? And lives a YOLO type life, and then they don't understand why their existence is completely and utterly meaningless, and they feel lonely, and they feel anxious, and they feel completely depleted because there's no meaning, there's no depth, there's no real value, there's nothing deeper, right? That's not what we're telling kids today. right? We're creating a culture of complete superficiality and then sitting there and being completely perplexed by why. Why is the young generation so depressed? Why are they so anxious? Why are they killing themselves? Why are they lonely? This is a very, very important topic to be talking about, and I'm sorry I've hijacked part of this video, but it's something I really, really feel strongly about because you see it everywhere. You see it everywhere. And you see these people who are lost and the answer's right in front of them and they refuse to see it because there's a society that is telling them otherwise.
Know what it is. Love taught me what loneliness is. It taught me how to forgive what no one should make you ever really have to forgive. And we all fall behind from time to time and say I thought that I was over all of this. If I should call your name, would you hear me out at all? If I should call your name, would you hear me out at all? As the waves turn to thunder, you look for a rock that could hold you up. And as you get close, you realize that you're all that rock has got. You wanna know what it is? Love taught me what loneliness is. It taught me how to forgive what no one should make you ever really have to forgive. And we all fall behind.
We all fall behind, and that forgiveness part is very important. And not only is that forgiveness part important, that resilience part is important. You know, the idea that life should just be easy is just bullshit. You know, when you have that kind of idea permeating through society, you can see why society is where it is. Life is tough, life is suffering, life is unfair, right? Use that as your base level to fucking travel through life, knowing that life is just hardships, right? It's not meant to be easy. It was never meant to be easy for anybody, right? It's not easy by design. Life is suffering, life is struggle, right? It's important to just teach people to pick up their burdens off the ground and to move forward anyway, because this is how you break out this kind of thing. You break out of loneliness because you know you're not going to be lonely forever. You're not going to be depressed forever. Everyone has a depressed day. We do not need to fucking make everything a fucking illness today. Everything is deemed a mental illness today. He's anxious, mental illness. Oh, he's a drug, mental illness. Oh, he's an alcoholic, mental illness. Oh, he's a mental illness. Oh, everything's a mental illness. You can't control any of it, right? You can't control. You're the only one that's depressed. Nobody else is depressed. Do you know what I mean? And that's the crazy thing that's permeating. And you get those proper sort of like clinical cases, sure. But even those are starting to really fall apart from a scientific perspective, specifically when it came to antidepressants. And that whole story, we'll get that into another fucking day, right? It's almost like we're creating these mental disorders so that we can feed into a system that profits from it. Do you know what I mean? We're creating people that are lonelier, people that are more anxious, people that... Do you know what I mean? It's almost like these human characteristics, these human traits that you get from birth, right, are not something that you're meant to experience. Everything needs to be suppressed with some pharmaceutical. They got a pharmaceutical for fucking everything. They got a drug for absolutely everything. No one's telling you to just ride it out. No one's telling you to do that. Right? Pop a pill for fucking everything. Absolutely everything. And then when you just this bag of pharmaceutical fucking pills, right? Where you're taking this pill for that pill for this pill to counteract those symptoms, and then that pill to counteract those symptoms, and then this for this, and then this for that, and this for that, and you're still not happy, you're still lonely, you're still depressed, and everything's fucked in your fucking life, right? Maybe scrap all that fucking bullshit and actually handle the world the way it's supposed to be handled. Life is tough. Take it by the horns. Right? You can have a depressed day, but at the end of the day, lift your fucking chin up and see the sky the next day. The sun will rise the next day. Get out of bed the next day. Be disciplined the next day, even if you're fucking sad. Because that is how you're going to get out of that. Do something meaningful. Do something of purpose. Don't sit on a couch or sit in a bed and take a pill. That doesn't fucking do anything for you. I'm no psychologist. I'm no psychiatrist. Right? And every case is different. Sure. But the trending situation that we're getting now is that we have an entire young generation hopped up on pills, depressed and anxious about fucking everything. That, all of a sudden, people were dealing with fucking real travesty and adversity before, never had to take any fucking pills. Now today, everything, there's a pill for fucking everything, and yet everyone's living the most privileged life, the most convenient lives, right? They don't even know what hardships are. And yet they're still depressed and still anxious because there's no one telling them, get up, be disciplined, do it anyway. Don't let your feelings, don't let your mood guide you. Don't let that be why you do things. You shouldn't do things because you feel like doing things. You should do things because you have the responsibility and the duty to fucking do things. So if you need to wash the dishes and you're sad, then fucking wash them while you're sad. And once the dishes are done and you step back, you're fuck, actually, you know what? My kitchen looks nice and neat. You get something, it adds something of purpose. You've done something. You are of utility. You are effective. That adds something to the human soul. Anyway, carry on.
From time to time, I say I thought that I was over all of this. But I'm not.
And you'll move forward anyway.
If I should call your name, would you hear me out at all?
Can feel that way, right? But at the end of the day, right? People are attracted to people who are upbeat, who have high energies. Do you know what I mean? Those are the people that are going to be in your corner. If you're one of those people that are just always, feel sorry for me. Oh, geez, get out of my fucking circle. I can't stand people like that. It's like, listen, either buck up, right, and fucking start fucking dealing with something, or get out of my circle. I can't deal that. I can't deal with that, man. I can't deal with people that are just always like everything. They're energy sappers. They just sap your energy, and then naturally people just don't want to be around you. So you're gonna land up lonely, right? So that's the thing, is that you need to have that positive energy. You need to have that high energy. You need to tackle life, and you need to tackle life in the most beautiful way. You've only got one life, so you got to play that hand the most magnificent. You got to play it in the most magnificent way possible. You only have one fucking life. What's the alternative? What? To sit and just mope about it the entire life? That's the fucking alternative, right? That's your gratitude for having a beating heart that comes fucking the actual mathematical statistics of all of the lineage and the Big Bang and everything, all of this existing to give you the life you have with a beating heart inside of your chest, right? The actual mathematical anomaly of that, the chances of that is just absolutely mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. To not be grateful for something like that is mind-blowing. To just sit there and just mope around. Oh, life is, oh, you know, that kind of up. That's the gratitude, that's the respect you have to your ancestors, that's the respect you have to whatever, the universe, the spirit, the God, that's the respect you have for the life that was given to you. Down to the point that we hear people who I never asked to be fucking born. Fuck you. What the fuck are you saying? I can't stand people that say that. Literally, well, I never asked to be fucking born, so I literally brought you into this fucking world for you to throw at me in my face, right? Well, not my kid's 3. But you have those teenagers, well, I never asked to be fucking born. It's like just the absolute arrogance of that fucking statement. Know what I mean? I brought you into a world where a wondrous, beautiful world, right? Gave you what I gave you for you to throw at me that, well, I never asked to be born. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. That's a person who doesn't appreciate their life. That's a person who doesn't appreciate their existence. And you're going to get that from teenagers. You can obviously excuse it because teenagers are stupid. Okay? They are fucking stupid. And I don't want people playing the compassionate, go, oh no, how can you call them? They're stupid. You were a teenager, you were dumb. I was a teenager, I was dumb. I did dumb shit, I said dumb shit. I didn't know how the world fucking worked. And everybody else had to clean up my fucking mess as they have to do with every other fucking teenager because they don't know how the world fucking works. You know what I mean? Anyway. Beautiful song. We wrap up the series, the fucking rants. But anyway, it's a very important song either way. I love you all. Please stay safe, please stay healthy. I'll catch you in the very next one. Peace!